guys. Welcome to Red Corner Boxing. You are with Jam and Mr. Neutral, as always, and we've got three very special guests. We have got Håkan Johansson from Håkan's Ringside Live, joining us all the way from Sweden. We have got 20 Boxing, one of Manchester's finest. And we have got DJ Pat, Håkan's fellow Swede. And we are here to talk about Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano and 5 of the undercard. Before we get into it, guys, just going to say we are proudly sponsored by Easy Storage. It's your place to go for all your storage needs across the United Kingdom. Check them out to handle your goods with care. And also our new sponsor, Octagon Blog, who do some amazing stuff. You can find them on X. They do jackets like these bad boys right here. Look at some of these and look at this one. This is the one you need
Look
to
at that bad boy. Look at that bad boy.
one.
Come on.
Now, that is beautiful attire right there. So check them out. Right then, lads, we're going to start with Chantal Cameron versus...
Jam.
Oh, go on,
Sorry, mate. I have to stop you there. Go back to the picture, please, one more time.
The red corner. It's a beaut, isn't it?
Look at that. Right. I want to tell you all now. I've got an announcement to make. Red Corner Boxing is signing a deal with a top French famous manufacturer, I can't say right now, as per contract, who make these jackets, and they're going to be sold in UK stores nationwide from Newcastle to Southampton. These are going to be sold in famous stores from GD Sports to Sports Direct. Guys, I want to know, Red Corner's going places. Thank you very much for all your support. That is what is happening with hard work, and you put the effort in. We've got a deal to sign our own clothing line to the nation, not only in this country, but also in 7 other countries worldwide, and we're going to grow. Jams, I just want to get that in. Sorry, mate.
No, I love it, mate. Couldn't have said it better myself, mate. Right, let's get down to the first fight of the night. We're going to go Chantal Cameron against Jessica Kamara for the WBC Interim Super Lightweight title. We'll go to Håkan first. I know you know both fighters. What's your thoughts on this fight, mate? Is it a good matchup? How do you see it going? Give us your thoughts, Håkan, brother.
First, I will talk a minute about the card. The overall, my overall opinion for the card. That I think it's in place to talk about. That we haven't seen a card of this magnitude ever in female boxing. Not nearly. It's 17 world title fights along with 4 Ring Magazine world title fights on this card. We haven't seen that before. And I think it's absolute amazing that they could have so many absolute amazing fights on this card, not just the main event. And then to the first fight then, Chantal Cameron, Jessica Kamara. It's a mismatch. It's a mismatch. The fight I don't like at this card at all. Jessica Kamara showed how poor she was when she fought Caroline Dubois, and the fight was stopped in the second round at lightweight. This is the weight above. So I think Chantal Cameron will dominate Jessica Kamara and win on a TKO in early rounds 3-4.
I started to think the same, Håkan. I took a UD in our prediction league, but honestly, every fibre of my being is saying that Chantel's going to stop her. I'm so wishing I could change my prediction, but that's not what we do here on Red Corner. So I'm stuck with it. Mr. Neutral, do you want to go next on this fight, my brother?
Yeah, I want to just rebuttal Håkan for 1 minute there. You said that Jessica Kamara struggled with Caroline Dubois.
Yes.
Is that not looking down on Caroline Dubois and her achievements to get that draw with Jessica Kamara on that night, to force the draw, or truly believe that Chantal Cameron is on Caroline Dubois' level.
Caroline Dubois totally dominated Jessica Kamara, and the fight was
Chantel's
stopped
bigger, stronger.
on a count. It hasn't
The fight
anything to do what Caroline Dubois did.
But
She
on
knocked
the
her down in the
comeback,
first round, didn't she?
Yeah,
on the
I called
comeback,
it before the fight. I said this, it was a ridiculous late replacement. It's completely overshadowed the fight.
regardless of what you thought of whether it's what stopped the fight on the countback, it was concluded a draw. Can we not acknowledge the fact at that point in the fight that Jessica Kamara was indeed competitive?
No, it was called a draw because the fight hadn't gone 4 rounds.
Yeah, it was.
So that was the only reason.
It was. But what's your thoughts on this one, Neutral? Who's going to win it, mate? Chantel Cameron, Jessica Kamara. What's your thoughts, mate? How do you see it ending? Do you believe stepping up another weight for Kamara is a dangerous one after the beating she took against Caroline? Do you think she's going to hold her own with a bigger, stronger Chantel Cameron?
Well, me and 20 have actually gone for the same result, and that's a unanimous decision for Chantel Cameron.
That's why
I'm asking the question on a competitive level whether Chantel Cameron is Jessica Kamara is what Hawkan says is a mismatch. I do not believe so. Although she's lost 4 fights, she did have a very good showing up until the stoppage against Caroline Dubois. And I think anything less than, saying that, Caroline Dubois lowered herself to that fight is nonsense.
Fair play. So what's your prediction? What's your prediction on this one? You said UD on the prediction league. Is anything you change about it now?
No, UD.
So you're still going UD. Twinny, what's your thoughts on this one, matey? Are you sticking with the UD, or do you think Chantel might have a pop?
Well, I've got no choice but to stick with the UD for the prediction league. But looking further into this fight and the card overall, I think I could probably agree with Hawkan that maybe this is a bit of a mismatch. And my thought behind it is that maybe this is to make Chantel Cameron look good and get a knockout. And then if Katie Taylor does win against Serrano, then maybe that could lead for that fight, the third for their trilogy fight. Maybe they're thinking ahead and thinking, this could be the next big one. Because Chantel Cameron would have to look good. She would have to look good to get that trilogy fight, I think. And obviously, Katie Taylor could still lose and they could still put the trilogy fight on, but obviously we'll get to that fight in a bit, but I think maybe looking closer at it now over today and looking at Kamara's record and, like you say, last time out against Dubois, maybe she has just been put in there to be knocked out, but so I'm probably going to change. I'm probably going to change to a knockout. Probably not as early as Hakan's saying, but probably 6, 7, 8, somewhere around about there. I think she's going to stop her, because she likes to come out and trade. She got knocked down in the first round by Dubois, and I agree with what Mr. Neutral's saying. We don't want to sort of say it's only Dubois, because I think she is a very high level fighter, and she's like, she's not behind the door, but I think maybe she is gonna stop her, But
I
we'll
agree,
see.
mate. That's what I wish I'd have gone for that in the prediction league. DJ Pat, thank you for being patient, my brother, while we chatted that out. What's your thoughts, mate? Are you sticking with what you said in the prediction league, or have you changed your mind on this one too?
I start to believe that Cameron will take her out. In some of the, she starts a bit slow, but then she pick up the pace and then she takes out 5, 6, 7, 8, somewhere there. Then it's game over.
Yeah, fair play. Thank you, mate. Short and sweet, just the way we like it. Thank you so much, DJ Pat. Right, so we're going to move on to the second fight then, which for me is my favourite fight of the night. I'm not saying it's going to be the best fight of the night, but it's my favourite. We've got Chinika Sugar Nicks Johnson against Shay Chicken Metcalf. This one is for the undisputed bantamweight titles. What's your thoughts on this one, Hawkan? I think I already know where you're going. You like the Aussie. She's very good. Tell us what you're thinking now. Has anything changed since last time we spoke?
No, I think that Shanika Johnson is what she did in the second fight against Nina Hughes. That it was the best I've seen with Shanika Johnson ever, I think. How she dominated Nina Hughes after the first fight, that was even. And the second fight, she just dominated Nina Hughes. That is why I think that Shanika Johnson will take it fairly comfortably, but on a unanimous decision. Maybe by 7 rounds to 3, about that. That it was, I believe, after Shanika's last fight. That I was very impressed.
Janika is very impressive. I've got to be honest. She's a very tough boxer. She's very slick, very stylish. She can pop a bit too. Not a knockout queen, but she can bang. But Sharetta's got that dog in her, man. So for me, I'm just thinking Sharetta's just going to drag it out, make it into a street brawl. And that's where I fancy the taller lady to take it. So my money's on Sharetta. I'm sticking with Sharetta. I went by split. I'm still saying split. Could even be a majority, but I'm going Sharetta Metcalf. Mr. Neutral, what's your thoughts on this one, mate? Has anything changed?
No, I'm still going for. I've gone for a Sharetta Metcalf unanimous decision win. Shanika Johnson, the Australian, she had a great win last time out when she beat Nina Hughes. But 10-1-0 Nina Hughes, I think people are putting too much stock into that win. I think Nina Hughes would struggle to beat Maya Yoshido, who Sharetta Metcalf comfortably beat over 20 rounds.
Nice.
So yeah, over the two fights, I see a Sharetta Metcalf clinic jab from the outside, keeping her range, and just basically Shanika Johnson will walk into many shots. UD win for Sharetta Metcalf, the IBF champion, and soon to be unified.
Yeah, to be undisputed, mate, because the Forson's 2 titles are on the line now as well, so it's actually undisputed, so even better.
Yeah, it's just Ring Magazine, World Ring Magazine bantamweight title that is not missing on the line.
Yeah, that's the only one. Twinny, mate, what's your thoughts on this one, brother? What are you thinking? Do you think Chicken got a good chance, or do you think it's going to go with a slicker, younger Shanika Johnson?
Yeah, I mean, she's got 10 years on her, hasn't she, and again, I agree with what Hawkan says, but he is the boxing encyclopedia, isn't he? But
that he is.
Yeah, the Nina Hughes fight last time, after the first fight, I thought Nina Hughes might, step it up in the second fight, and all she did was hold on to her. I think she even lost a point or two for holding,
Desperate.
I just think Shanika Johnson's gonna just have that youthfulness on her side. She's very slick. She fires a lot of shots. Got a good shot selection. I think Shanika Johnson's gonna win on a unanimous decision. I think, and a wide unanimous decision.
Okay, thank you, Twinny, mate. Coach Christine Lopez won't be happy to hear that, but we appreciate your opinion, my brother. DJ Pat, what's your thoughts on this one, mate?
Basically the same as Håkan and Twinny, but I can also see in late rounds that Sugar Neeks will catch up with Metcalf and take her out, also because she has that ability to do that in later rounds. Because she's younger, she's fresher than Metcalf, and it's that age gap. But I go for the safe also, UD.
Yeah, and she's got 7 knockouts as well from her 17 wins as Sugar Neek, so she can pop.
Yeah.
She's got a little bit of snap in them punches. It's not like she just throws whirlwind, she can snap. So if
Yes,
Metcalf gets caught, it could
40%.
be dangerous, but hopefully Shay's got the right work ethic to keep her on the jab and just keep out of harm's way with that longer reach. So I, for one, can't wait for that. That's my fight of the night. Like I say again, might not be the best fight of the night, but it's my fight of the night. We'll move on then, guys, to Savannah Marshall against Shadisha Green. So this is for the WBO and IBF super middleweight titles. What's your thoughts on this one, Hawkan, mate? This is a battle of 2 of the toughest women in boxing, in my opinion.
Yeah, and when Shadisha Green fought Franco and Cruz the third, before that fight, I had Shadisha Green to win that fight, but she was very disappointing in that fight and lost. Yeah, so with that fight in mind, I think even with Savannah Marshall being out 2 years since her last fight, I think Savannah will dominate Shadisha Green and win on a UD.
Yeah, that's what I took as well, the UD. Yeah, but she has been in the MMA cage, hasn't she, in the meantime? So it's not like she's been completely inactive, Savannah Marshall. She has been doing the UFC, well, the MMA thing. So that's
yeah, but it's a different training for MMA that she has had for a while. But I think she has trained for boxing at least for a half year going into this fight.
Yeah, she'll be ready. She'll be ready. I believe so anyway. I've got the UD as well, mate, just to concur with you. Mr. Neutral, my brother, what are your thoughts on this? Has anything changed since Prediction League? How are you seeing this one? It's a big fight, man. Savannah Marshall against Shadisha Green.
Well, the last time Savannah Marshall was in a professional boxing match, it was the highest viewed non-PPV fight in women's history against the GOAT. And she only just lost for me. Only just. People said it's a wide UD. No, danger. Was that a wide UD? Don't care what planet you're from and how you viewed it. Right. But going back to this fight, Shadisha Green, I had her with Hawkan to beat
Franchon.
Franchon Cruz de Zon, who lost to the GOAT in a very first fight that she ever fought. But Shadisha Green was disappointing. So, Mr. Neutral concluded a knockout is coming in this fight with the hard-hitting Savannah Marshall, who's got 10 knockouts from 13 wins. And that trend will continue when she comes back on Friday night, and it's going to be a knockout victory for me. 20, what do you say?
And we'll be covering it live on Red Corner Boxing, by the way, as well. We'll be covering all 6 of these, hopefully. So join us for that. Sorry, Twinny, what's your thoughts, mate?
Yeah, just to sort of counter that as well, Green has got 11 knockouts from 15 fights, you know. So they both love a knockout. But I just hope that Savannah Marshall doesn't come to the centre of the ring. They tell them to fight, and then she tries to get her in her headlock, sweeps her legs, puts her on the floor. I'll be like, no, what are you doing?
Drops the elbow.
Wrong. But yeah, she has been out for 2 years. But from what I hear, she has been keeping up with the boxing, even when she was doing the MMA stuff. You know, I know it's a different art, it's a different stance with your legs and stuff.
Right,
you know,
riding a bike, mate.
Well, yeah, exactly. You know, she has been doing it for many years, hasn't she? I just think Savannah Marshall, she's got something to prove. You know, I think they're just going to come to the centre of the ring, especially with Shadisha Green. She likes to just have a scrap as well. I think for me, this is going to be the fight of the night.
Yeah.
And I
The
think,
war.
I think so.
Definitely the war of the
I think,
night.
I think Savannah Marshall's gonna knock her out. Maybe round 5, round 6. You know, it's just gonna be heavy punches thrown, and I can see Savannah Marshall. I mean, I'm a bit gutted really because I would have liked to have seen her fight Clarissa Shields on this card. I think that would have been the fight for this card, but you know, you can't get
one of the only ones that MVP couldn't get in it. The quote, she's still signed with Salita Promotions, so it's one.
And Dubois as well. I think if you'd have had Clarissa Shields and Dubois on this card,
Dubois against Terry Harper.
Yeah, I don't think then nothing else could have been close to it. But it's still an amazing card. Still an amazing card for all them titles. Like
100%. It's incredible, mate. It's a once in a lifetime show. You're not going to see another show with this many world titles, this many world champions all competing. It's absolute pugilism at its finest. And it's good to see the women getting some recognition as well. So it's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, Sky Boxing
on this one, brother.
Sky tried it, didn't they? But it wasn't nowhere.
Wasn't the same magnitude, though, was it at all? Nowhere near the levels of this.
No, I agree. I was at that show 2022. It was the best show that we could dreamt of at that time.
Yeah.
But this is different.
What do you say about this fight?
I can see a dogfight, really hard dogfight between these two fighters. They will get into the center of the ring and then they start slugging out. That's what I can see. The first woman what sits went down, and I think Savannah Marshall will edge this, but I'm not sure if it's TKO or UD. That's the problem.
Right,
I can see both.
Both. You see Savannah prevailing at the end, whether by UD or by stoppage.
Yeah, I just can't see Shady getting knocked out. I can't see Shadisha Green getting knocked out. I just can't see it.
Right.
I don't think there's a bulldozer that could knock that out.
I'm thinking more of a referee must stoppage myself. But
that'd be the only way.
We'll wait and see. Let's move on then, James.
So next up is the undisputed super featherweight title fight between Alicia Baumgartner and Jennifer Miranda. So this is, everyone swept away the old Peds test that Baumgartner failed, and now she's everyone's favourite again. So what's your thoughts on this one, Hawk, my brother? Baumgartner, Miranda, undefeated Miranda, might I add, 13-0. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, Jennifer Miranda is undefeated, but she hasn't been on this level, in my opinion, before. So I think Alicia Baumgartner will win, but I think she will win on a unanimous decision. But I think she will win most rounds.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, mate. That's pretty much how I've got it. Mr. Neutral, did you see it the same?
Although she's been out for some time, I think Baumgartner, to be fair to Jennifer Miranda, she's been set up for this. If you take some of the moves by MVP and the way they've restricted some Katie Taylor to a catch weight for an undisputed fight, it makes sense that Miranda's been set up for a Baumgartner big return. UD.
Yeah, I'd agree, mate. I'd agree. Twinny, what's your thoughts on this one, mate? Do you think the bomb's going to do anything special, or you're sticking with the UD? Same as the rest of us.
Yeah. No, I've gone for...
He's gone for a knockout.
Yeah, I've gone for the knockout. I think... I don't know. I don't like to talk about these head cheats. It just seems to be getting more and more in the sport. Yeah. I used to like Baumgartner. I was a big fan of her. As soon as that happens for me, I've sort of no interest.
She's the female corner Ben.
It was never dealt with. She just swept it under the rug, waited out the year, and just came back like it never happened. No announcement, no recognition. Just
yeah.
Don't work. Now I hear that Eddie Earn's going out there to supporter and stuff. You know, like for me, I'd leave her in the dark. You know, just
It's
stay
egregious.
over here, go to the fight. You know, we can't ask him a question now through Mr. Neutral. Now he's not there. You know,
Yeah.
We'll get him another day. We'll get him on another day.
You
yeah.
bet we'll get him. We'll get him.
We'll get him.
Right.
Right, DJ Pat, what's your thoughts on Alicia the Bumgardner against Jennifer Miranda for the
I
undisputed
think
super
I
feather?
think she has a lot of ring rust to get off her back,
Yeah.
and I cannot see a KO in this fight at all. But a wide UD, she will outbox, she will outclass Miranda.
Yeah,
It's my
it's levels, isn't it? It's levels to this one.
yeah
Pat.
yeah yeah. You have Miranda is way under in levels of
Yeah.
Alicia Baumgartner.
Yeah, I 100% agree, mate. Well, let's move on then to the co-main of our card, of our mini card, which is Ellie Scotney against Yamileth Mercado. This one's for the IBF, WBO, WBC Super Bantam titles. Ellie Scotney's been nothing but impressive with her 10 wins, no defeats. She's not got a knockout yet, though. Could this be the first time she chins someone? What's your thoughts, Hawkan? Can she get this one? Can she get her out of there?
No, I don't think so. Jamali Mercado is a fantastic fighter. And this is the two best fighters in the weight class by far. So I think it's going to be a very close fight. I had it UD in the prediction, but I thought maybe a majority decision when I looked into the fights. I think I stayed with my prediction with a UD, but a very close UD. I think this will be Ellie Scott's toughest fight yet.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. Mr. Neutral, what's your thoughts on this one, brother?
Yeah, I've got to agree with Hawkan. Mercado is the WBC champion. She went 10 rounds with Ramla Ali. She beat her. That's no mean feat in itself. This is a legit title, undisputed, contender fight. And Mercado, 24 wins, 24. 5 inside the distance. She has been beaten the 3 times, but it's all been at top level. Ellie Scotney's only had 10 fights. Only 10. And this is by far our biggest test. I see what Hawkan sees, a close unanimous decision win for Ellie Scotney being the A side on this particular fight.
Yeah, I agree. Twinny, what's your thoughts, my brother?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very tough fight for Scotney. Mercado, she's a tough Mexican, she keeps coming forward, But I think Ellie Scotney's just got that little bit more level of skill that she'll be able to work through the rounds, I think early on she'll try and suss her out, and Mercado will just be coming on strong. But then I think as the rounds go on, I think she'll sort of suss her out. She'll sort of keep away from her, keep jabbing her head off. And I think it'll be a tight unanimous decision win, I think, for
Nice one, Twinny. Oh, sorry, mate. I thought you finished. Sorry, pal. DJ Pat, what's your thoughts?
No, I'm finished. I'm finished.
My first reaction was Mercado on split because this is the acid test for Ellie Scotney this time. It's the most hardest fight was what she had in her career so far, what's coming up now. And I can see a really, really nip and tuck in the end. Even today, I'm not sure where I'm going. I had UD, I think. Or what was that?
You had UD, yes.
I'm leaning more to split, but I cannot say to what fighter. I can't.
I'm the same. I'm moving more towards a split rather than UD. I regret that now, UD, to be honest. I think it bears witness that Mercado from that Ramla Ali win is not being given a due course. And I don't think Ellie Scotney's fought at that level. So this is a
Well,
make
she
a
fought
break fight.
Shanika Johnson, didn't she? And she dominated Shanika Johnson, like.
Yes, she did, and she won the title
No.
from Chanika at
Yeah,
Supermax.
We'll see. We'll see. But it's a tough fight.
Right, so let's move on to the main event of the evening then, guys. Katie Taylor against Amanda Serrano 3. What's your thoughts on this one, Hawk? And this is a classic. We know what's going to happen. It's going to be an absolute war from start to finish. How do you see it going? Has your prediction changed? Is it going to be Katie again? Or can Miss Serrano pull it off this time?
I look back to the first fight. I was at the MSG, and I had loads of Irish fans around me, and talked with loads of the people around me. And even the Irish was concerned before the decision came. So even some Irish thought that Serrano nicked it in the first fight. That was ringside. I think so, but it was very close. It was just a round in the fight that separate them. How you looked into the fight, if you thought that Serrano won it or Katie won it. It was just a round in the fight from most people that watched the fight at the MSG anyway. That was ringside. But I think it will be a similar fight to the two fights. They will go at it again like they did in the first and second fight. But I think that the judges could be in. I haven't seen which judges it will be, but I can imagine that it's one maybe one U.S. judge and maybe one no. Even though Serrano is Puerto Rican, but I think it could be one judge from UK or Ireland and one neutral judge. So like they usually does for world title fights. So I think we have to look into, do we think that it could be a talking point about the scores if the fight will be so close that the first two. So that's why I think that Serrano takes it on split decision.
Okay, thank you, Hawkan. And also, it's at a 136 catch weight as well, which is strange considering the super lightweight titles are on the line, undisputed. You'd think it'd have to
Yes,
be the
I
weight
agree.
for all the titles to be on the
That
line. How
was
crazy is
agreed
that?
when they signed the fight, but I agree, it's strange.
It is very, very strange, mate. Very strange indeed. And Katie Taylor's already said, if I lose this fight, let's do a fourth. So are they already planning ahead? Is she already thinking something's going to go wrong? You just never know, mate.
Yeah,
Mr.
but
Neutral.
it depends on WBC's stance on this. Will they order a Chantal Cameron fight? She has been the WBC interim for 1.5 years, I think. So that was in November 2023 when she lost the rematch. I was there in Dublin. So I think maybe they WBC will order Chantal Cameron to face Katie Taylor if Katie Taylor wins. I don't think a fourth fight. I think that WBC will order. They have Chantal have waited so long for her third chance.
Yeah, I agree. Mr. Neutral, has your thoughts changed on this fight, brother? What are you thinking? Since the catch weight, has it changed your mind? Has it changed your opinion? Is anything going to be different to what you gave on prediction night? What's your thoughts, brother?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything's changed on this catch weight. Just to piggyback off what Hawkan said, if Serrano wins, Katie Taylor That's what she's looking for, is that fourth fight could be, because on paper it'd be 2-1 should Serrano win. And going back to this catch weight, I originally was like Hawkan, was weighing up the judges on this situation. And being in New York, I would imagine Serrano would have impressed at least one judge based on the two previous fights before that Katie would win. But on this occasion, I went for split decision. But on the news that's come out about the catch weight, £136 for all the belts, highly disappointed that A, Katie Taylor agreed to that, and B, for the belts. That's a separate situation in itself. This is a honor fight for me. Fight 3 at catch weight, £136. MVP was basically draining Katie Taylor down for this loss. And I would not be surprised if Hawkan's right in a Serrano split decision. I don't see the knockout. I see Serrano taking 2 decisions here, but I have to stick by my split decision with Katie Taylor, as predicted.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Neutral. Twinny, is your thoughts changed on this fight, mate? What's your thoughts on it? Let us know, brother.
Yeah, my thoughts have gone back, forth, round, everywhere.
Same.
I think this is a fight of 3 judges. I think it's the 3 judges at the end that are gonna settle this. I think they need to keep these 2 in the mix for Jake Paul and what he's trying to do. You know, if Katie Taylor wins, does she retire? You know, like there is talks of that, you know, with her dad coming back on the scene and stuff, and you know, there's talks of that maybe if she wins this, she'll retire. You know, which wouldn't be great, because I really would like to see that Chantel Cameron 3rd fight. I think Chantel Cameron deserves it. You know, she really does deserve it. But these are the 2 best women fighters on the planet, you know, and either way it is going to be a cracking fight. You know, Katie Taylor has got all the tricks in the book in the ring. You know, she knows how to use every part of her body to get her through. But I think Amanda Serrano, throughout the 2 fights, she's smartening up. You know, she did want the 3-minute rounds, because if you watch the 2 fights back, come near the end of the 2 minutes, Serrano starts to come into every round that she's in. You know, and I think with the 3-minute rounds that apparently she was promised, I think she would beat Katie Taylor. But in my prediction for the prediction league, I've gone for a draw here. I think it's the safest bet for me is to go for the draw. But I wouldn't be shocked if the judges, being a close fight, don't give it Amanda Serrano, so we get the 4th one.
Yeah, I completely agree with you there, mate, to be honest. The draw is probably the best shout, because not only do you get more points, it's a high possibility, because these girls have already had it twice, and both times, yeah, Taylor won the first one, but it's been very close, you know what I mean? It's been an absolute war of attrition. So, yeah, I could see a draw, and I could see them forcing that fourth.
20 may
MVP
well
are
get
going to want the paper from another
a
fight,
lead,
another huge Netflix show.
This is great stuff. Yeah, brilliant stuff, gentlemen. Thank you very much
Pat's
indeed.
not getting his on this one yet. Pat's still got to give it.
Pat, what are you saying?
Well, if I go back 1 and 2, people tend to see only vision eyes, but lots of what Amanda Serrano did throw was on shoulders and gloves and arms when she was attacked in the defense. And on that, many of those clean shots was not clean hits. So that was why she lost. And when I see now, I think Katie will put a statement. She will pick this a unanimous decision, and wide, in my take, because I have never seen her so determined, and those eyes, what she had on the presser and everything now, pitch black. It was like it's game on. She never did that.
Come on, Pat. Come on. I love it. Pat's the only man who's pointed out these little nuances in fight week build up. And yeah, you're absolutely correct.
Because
Katie
when,
Taylor has got a steely determination about her in the eyes.
and then when you
Probably
see,
what Serrano's not seen before. So good point.
but
Well done, Pat. Thank you for that.
when you see Katie counter, those sits, they are clean. They are not sits on gloves and anything. And you see her head pop back, Serrano. Every time when Katie throws them, they sit, and they sit hard. And those are the kinds of stuffs what the ref sees. They don't see if it sits on gloves, arms, shoulders, no countable. And I think Katie will pull the plug this time and go 10 rounds, 7-3 or something like that on a unanimous decision.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Pat,
Thank you, Pat.
Pat, do you see the referees? Should it be in what you see as Katie Taylor winning comfortably? Well, one of the, as you said in your split decision prediction,
I have changed from
you've
split to
changed,
UD.
you've changed your mind now,
Yeah, when I see her, she's more determined than ever what I've
right?
seen.
Well, we've got you down for split decision. That's what we have to score you on.
And you've got to remember,
now-
Amanda Serrano's she's not even a natural lightweight, is she? Never mind super
No,
lightweight.
is she hell?
She's come up. She come up like
bantamweight.
7 weights or something like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think that's why her head pops back every time. Because
those
but
punches connect.
you got to give it her, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. And I remember from both fights, fight 1 and 2, every time Katie connected, that head would snap back, and that's what impresses the judges, gentlemen.
Exactly.
Is the torque, is the power in those connected punches. But we wish Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano the very best of order
100%.
when it comes to that fight, and of course all the card that we have discussed tonight. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Jams, I'll go over to you to close the show.
Thank you, my brother. Yeah, thank you, lads, for tuning in. Everyone, check out Hawkins Ringside Live on YouTube. Give him a subscribe. 20 boxing and 20 poker. You find that man, he knows what he's talking about. He's a legend from Manchester. Check him out. And we've got DJ Pat all the way from Sweden. You can find him on X, DJ Pat on Boxing. We appreciate every single one of you here on Red Corner Boxing. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. We're proudly sponsored by Easy Storage and Octagon Blog. And from us guys here, have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow night for the watch along. Make sure you're with us.